sailed 30 nights on the same cruise ship, Virgin Voyages Resilient Lady, beginning with a voyage that not only sold out in 4 days, but was also oversold by over 100 guests who didn't have cabin assignments. First, let's talk about why the voyage sold out so quickly. Back in September 2023, the voyage was listed as a repositioning voyage with standard sea terraces for 2 sailors totaling around $1,800. But many sailors booked with a My Next Virgin Voyage placeholder, which reduced the total by $300 and added $600 in sailor loot to spend on board. And this stacked with other promotions, including a $600 bar tab and loyalty perks of a $100 bar tab per sailor. So many sailors had nearly as much total onboard spend as they paid for the voyage, if not more. And of course, this also included gratuities, unlimited Wi-Fi, all specialty restaurants, essential drinks, including soft drinks, and fitness classes. So how did Virgin Voyages resolve a situation where over 100 guests didn't have a cabin assigned on the Across the Med 9-night sailing from Barcelona to Athens? Well, Virgin Voyages scrapped 3 7-night round-trip voyages out of Barcelona on Scarlet Lady and replaced them with an 11-night Barcelona to Athens, followed by a 10-night Athens to Barcelona voyage. The 11-night voyage left Barcelona for Athens just 2 days after the sold-out voyage. Some sailors were invited to switch to the 11-night voyage, gaining 2 additional onboard nights and $100 in sailor loot, and reimbursement of travel change fees up to $500. My journey started with a non-stop flight from Chicago to Barcelona. The airport in Barcelona has free Wi-Fi, and once you connect, you have 15 minutes to verify with an email address to continue using it. Airport signage displays English as the second line, so whether taking a taxi for about 15 euros or the Aerobus for about 6 euros, if it stops near your hotel, just read the airport signs after picking up your luggage. While in Barcelona, I stumbled upon some amazing chocolate croissants. My friends arrived the next day, and it became their most visited bakery in Barcelona as well. We visited La Boqueria to see the multitude of meats, sandwiches, ice cream, spices, fruits, and nuts. And later a speakeasy.
We're from Chicago.
Whoa, nice. Okay, no, but it's not Chicago. Okay, I give you a clue.
Coming, guys. Fuck, you know that. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good time.
I don't know if it was the same place, but I remembered passing by a place and it had the barber shop, like with the hyphen between the words.
Yeah.
It looks like a barber shop, but it's empty in the middle of the day. And it's like, what is this place? If you just walk in and don't know it, I believe they will help you around the room figure it out.
But you knew it was
Yeah, just because that's online.
Oh, and I guess that would tie in with the speakeasy that they're trying. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, but that's American, and I thought it would be something in Spanish.
Yeah.
And finally, a rooftop bar. Our last full day in Barcelona, we stopped for lunch at Crepe Nova on the way to La Sagrada Familia for a pre-booked tour. La Sagrada Familia was designed by Antoni Gaudí in the late 1800s and is the most visited monument in Spain.
smile. Oh. Down, 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 down.
The next day, we met up at Terminal A to board Resilient Lady, home for the next 30 nights.
Just get back from the cruise. We did. Yeah. And how was it? Great. Awesome.
You have your passports with you?
And my luggage is already here. Okay.
Welcome aboard Virgin Voyages. Now, I've got some important safety information that I must tell you before cruise. We'll all be rocking on the sea, never so free. The safety rules
Let's talk about life jackets just to shed some light.
Please no leaning or standing on rails. It's extremely dangerous. And fire doors don't lock.
Just so you know.
Hey, sailors with disabilities, please register with Sailor Services to ensure that you are met by a passenger assist team to get all
After getting settled into our cabins, the dock house at the aft of the ship is a great place to hang out, meet other sailors, and enjoy delicious skewers of beef, chicken, shrimp, or grilled octopus.
What's been your favorite cruise so far?
I still think it's going to be this one or the next one or the one after that. But
That's right. He's optimistic. He's an optimistic guy. Definitely right at it.
no, but I would say the transatlantic on Valiant Lady in November of 2022. But that was also my first time on board.
Right.
But then the Mermaid voyage right after that, which was also Halloween, that was a lot packed into one trip. And so they had a lot of filming that happened on board for that. And then the whole Halloween thing I thought was cool. And then the whole mermaid thing. These people in these mermaid tales were all around the pool.
That was me. I was like, I'm never cruising ever.
Her and I flew into South Beach.
Okay.
And we're going across the bridge. And
We see the new terminal in Cagliari. Maybe we should do this.
Her cruise experience was the Mexican Riviera in winter with her family.
It was awful.
Yeah.
My
So awful.
experience was when I was in my 20s and I
who was
lived
that? What
way
line was
different
that?
than I used to live.
Right, exactly.
And,
I totally get that.
Yeah, you're like, yeah.
Scarlet Night is fantastic. You know, it was just we really fell in love with the Virgin cruise. You know?
Yeah, I booked this one. I was scrolling and I saw it. I was like, we're going. He's like, it's more than a year away. It doesn't matter. I was like, we're going.
You were smart because this sold out in 4 days. Because
We were trying to get friends to go with us. And
we were trying to do the same thing.
Ahoy, sailors! Our assembly stations are now open for check-in. Sailors are required by international law to watch this video. Remember to bring your band or cabin keycard.
Resilient Lady has a unique carousel-like Seahorse and Seadragon display. Like her sister ships, she also has a complimentary arcade. Before Sailaway, solo sailors are invited to a solo sailor meetup at the athletic club hosted by some of the Happenings cast. Blanca the artist, Chris the charmer, Dair the spark, and Simon the foodie.
But Blanca, what's your name? Brian.
Nice to meet you, man. Where are you from?
Chris, open what's up.
Yes. There's a little camera at the top here. Spin is the Resilient Lady Happenings card.
Okay, I think I got it. I didn't like that.
So this one you get a sort of head start on all of the activities. In a couple of minutes we're going to take you over to the Sailaway party.
And I cannot underscore enough that this is the most full the ship has been in my 12 sailings on Virgin Voyages. And still there were plenty of times to join a crowd or find a space away from everyone else.
They are prepared for
Andre the Hype. Where are you from?
So I'm from Southern California, in between Los Angeles and San Diego.
Oh, yes, please.
Brazilian lady, we are your happening sky.
And tell me where you hail from.
Look at the sun. No, hold on. Look at the sun and smile.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
For the first night, we had reservations at the Wake for corn pudding, filet mignon, creamed spinach, and for dessert, the Wake, which is a chocolate caramel shortbread or baked Alaska. And later that night, we attended the PJ party before calling it a night. The next morning, I woke up after sunrise as we made our way into Cannes, where we needed to make reservations for tenders into Cannes. After coffee at Grounds Club, my cabin was made up, and I found a bottle of Bubbly from a Sail with Friends promotion had been placed in my cabin. We then ate lunch in the galley before tendering into Cannes.
So first of all, tell me about your experience in the restaurant. What you told me before.
That it's just a little stainless steel can on the floor that you pee in, and then you pull the chain and water comes down.
Right? And then what about the big roll?
Oh, and toilet paper for that, drying your hands.
And what was your experience?
And all of a sudden the light went out.
So that happened to me too. So twice the light went out, and I was like, now, and I'm waving my arms, and it's not coming on quickly.
Exactly.
And so it's
I
like,
had to unlock the door and open the door for the light to come back on.
Okay, the sink is not just a faucet.
It's two things for some reason.
It's a Dyson Airblade. You're supposed to dry your hands
on
the Dyson Airblade.
I saw the two things coming out. I thought,
so when I first reached my hands under to wash, I got a blast of air on them.
Oh, I see. I did.
And you had to put your hand in the middle to get water, and then you put them on the sides to dry them.
Once back on the ship, the dockhouse inside had plenty of space available. That night, we had dinner in Extra Virgin and stopped by the Red Bar later to use some of that included bar tab.
Ahoy, resilient lady! It's Don the Gamer! Was it Canada, China, or India? To me, any fans of dinosaurs out here? Green light, red light, go! More people than 18, let's see. 19! Congratulations! And that has been the last one standing.
For you, red wine. And for me, Aperol Spritz.
All right, enjoy.
Grazie.
Cheers.
something particularly non-virgin-like and very cool.
Is this the Virgin? Is this the Virgin?
Okay, cheers. Cheers.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
Yeah, like that is so good.
Oh, it's licorice shop.
It's so good.
Not the licorice shop.
I want to, you know, your finish art. You're in it too, so it's 360.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Ready?
Oh, yeah. Suck your gut in. That helps, thanks.
Oh, you come to hear a story, have you?
Yes!
You mark my words. Slowly. She leaned out over the edge.
Sorry guys, come with me, sorry.
Hands down. Hands up. All hands on deck.
It's Katrina the Balancer! First, a toast to the sailors. Raise your glass.
Is there one named Don Quixote? Don't get I seem to be.
If you're gonna fall, don't go over the wall.
This would be a great place for a game show, huh?
No.
Have you guys been here before?
Once for me,
Just
yeah.
once?
And me once as well.
And did you walk up?
I was here a quarter of a century ago. And it's easier to walk up then.
Because you didn't have to navigate the donkey coo?
No, because I was so young, I skipped and hopped.
Oh. Wait, here we'll get a little bit of this.
No gas.
Oh, it's 360. So.
They've gone over.
Wow, they're going faster.
Yeah. We didn't use it. Turkey. Turkey. Yeah, but tell each other about it. We did it. We went to see the hurricane.
It's good because if you don't pass by here, you have to do the regular checking outside, and we did this small card. You just and then we squeeze it.
Do you know if all of the disembarking passengers are off now?
They must be until 10:45.
Oh, okay.
We don't have zero count.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right here? Okay, thank.
Bye-bye. Sorry, just the bridge.
Oh, good. Hello.
Hello. How are you doing? Good?
Good, yeah. How about you?
Good, thank you. You excited to go on the next adventure?
Yes, and the one after that.
Are you going to do the crossing?
We're going to Miami, yeah.
So, Mr. Brian, I'm just going to update your wearable. Stop it for me.
We're done.
There you go. You all checked in? Yeah, perfect.
Okay, great.
Now we just have to take your passport with you and talk with security just right there back on board.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi there.
Hello.
Thank you.
And now we're back on board. Thank you.
Ahoy, sailors. Let me be the first to welcome you aboard.
One benefit of a crowded voyage is that all of the events tended to have a higher energy level because more people turned out and responded to the entertainment with audible appreciation and applause. However, dinner reservations were more difficult to move. At Razzle Dazzle, we once showed up an hour early for dinner and were told we had to come back at our reserved time due to how busy it was. Also, during the mid-afternoon on sea days, it was difficult to find space around the pool. Wait times at the pizza place around midnight were a bit longer, both to order and to receive a pizza. My primary device was a Google Pixel 9 Pro XL on T-Mobile's network. And while I was expecting my data to be capped or severely slowed after 5 gigabytes of data while traveling internationally, it worked well in every port the entire time. Another T-Mobile subscriber and I discussed this while on board, and our prevailing theory is that the 5 gigabyte data abroad begins in each new country or with each new roaming provider. And we never spent more than 4 nights in one country as we went from Spain to France to Italy to Greece to Italy to Spain to Morocco to Spain before sailing to Miami. As a backup, I used my Google Pixel 6 Pro and purchased an eSIM for Europe in advance from an app called BNE SIM. It was easy to activate while waiting in line for passport control at the airport. And it was reasonably priced for 10 gigabytes of data to use over 30 days for under $15.